fully in. Here we go.
Talking Normies
podcast. What up, everybody? It's the Talking Normies podcast. We're a bunch of Talking Normies here at you to talk about various things. We've been places. We've done things. Me and Spidey have seen shit that we cannot unsee.
Oh, yeah.
But while we get to that, Mickey says he's got something to start off the podcast with.
Might be jumping into it too soon, but I just thought it would be funny. I learned something over the past few days that I didn't know was a thing, and I just wanted to ask Chris and Spidey if you guys wanted to tell your personal stories about when you turned black.
Oh, yeah. Man. I remembered it. I slid out the womb and was like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
That was it.
I think I decided right before birth, and then after birth,
yeah,
I was like, I think I'll keep up with this.
It was a Terrence Howard situation where you were conscious in the womb.
Yeah, in the womb I thought I was Mexican, 100%.
And you were like, I'm picking.
I think it's because of what my mom was eating, but
exactly.
Turns out I wasn't.
My mom loves spicy food and hot wings and stuff.
We can come back to that later in the pod of why I asked that if anybody's confused.
Yeah,
you said Terrence Howard, and I just saw something about Terrence Howard this morning.
Yeah,
he's a dumb fuck idiot.
He is a dumb fuck idiot, but he's doing a new movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Don Cheadle, Taraji
P. Henson, Don Cheadle,
Don Cheadle, and Kevin Hart. It's called Friday Night on Peacock.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it.
Oh no, look, Terrence Howard in movies all day long.
Yeah,
Terrence Howard's secret jazz album.
That's what I
kind of slaps.
So, yeah. He's a better musician than
can acting be separated as art versus artist?
Because, 100%.
Because the artist is the art.
No, but they're pretending to be a different person.
I struggle with that because like Tom Cruise and Terrence Howard as actors, you're right. They're incredible.
I'm here for that.
Terrence Howard is an incredible actor. Like he really is.
But in real life,
I don't know why he went off the fucking deep end.
He's too smart for his own good.
He's not smart.
No. Like it goes all the way around. He's got like his smartness is the kind of like, I am smart, and it's like, well, what did you read? What did you do? And he's like, no, like inherently. And it's like, oh, hold on, that's a problem. Like, where you getting your information from? And he's like,
it's God-given knowledge, baby.
Right? He's like, I skipped all the other steps. Y'all reading books? I just know shit.
Have you seen Neil deGrasse Tyson's?
Oh yeah, I saw part of it. I saw the one where Terrence Howard was just like, 1 + 1 can't be 2.
So Terrence Howard has come up with this whole freaking like he's trying to redo the periodic table of elements, and he was on the Joe Rogan podcast where he did not stop talking for like 4 hours.
I've got to start listening to Joe Rogan's
podcast. No, you don't. It's not. No, he's not. No,
that's shit come from it. I feel like it's ripe for comedy. Like, I would love to hear what the
in
other
that
side
respect.
Of shit
Yes,
is
if you're gonna like hate watch it, yes, but I wouldn't recommend that as like a good podcast to watch. Like Joe Rogan is an incredibly irresponsible person. But anyways, he was on this podcast like explaining his theory and shit, and he was saying like how, you know, his peers don't agree with him, and Neil deGrasse Tyson never got back to him. So then Neil deGrasse Tyson
got back to him.
No. He made a video, and he showed that like Terrence Howard had sent him the paperwork, and there's like all kinds of marks on it. Like
it's just like all red already.
Yeah, like a teacher grading paper, and he goes page by page. He's like, no, I did take the time to give you a peer review, and now let me scientifically tell you why you're a fucking idiot. Like it's the greatest video.
Yeah, when you get the chance, watch the Terrence Howard explaining math thing, bro. Once he hits you with the 1 + 1 can't be 2. Like my brain starts malfunctioning.
You know what? I saw a video of him explaining it, and I think repressed it out of trauma immediately because I don't know what he said anymore.
To his credit, when I first was like they introduced math and they did 1 × 1 = 1, I had a moment of like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
And then the teacher was like, this is why, and I was like, oh, okay.
And I feel like that's the thing.
And then the rest of my life
that Terrence Howard just needs is like a visual drawing. It's like when you say 1 times something.
What is one time?
Right, it's 1. And what is 1 × 2? That's 2. Like you think of it like sets. Like
2 times.
2 × 2 is 2 sets of 2. And you're like, oh, so 1 set of 1 is just 1, right, bro? And he's like, nah, dog. 1 × 1, impossible. It's like, stop it.
Can't be.
I really feel like being on the internet should damn near come with like a license now. Like we should have a BMV for like internet usage, because like we are in an age where we have to have these conversations.
Yeah.
And flat earthers exist. Like I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like, hey, You can have your opinions, but you're suspended from the internet for 6 months. Okay, you can't you need to get your fucking
life
together.
Your license. Someone out there right now is like, Mickey thinks the Earth is round.
Right? Yeah, if you guys are currently listening to this on the back end, I just want to say that we're currently live right now, so I want to shout out some of the live people. What up, Nups? Over on YouTube. What up, Kill Snake Man? And what up, CMLT? And then also, what up, Eli? What up, Eli? Jazzy Girl? Just shouting out to everybody. We're going to be talking about DreamCon here in a minute, but before we do, I just want to say this because I'm a person who's about to be raising a kid. And I keep thinking about, like, how do I prove to them what is true and what's not? And my idea is that I'm going to take some of the controversial stuff and we're going to learn math together and prove it. The one times one thing, I think that one's easy. We could do that at home. I have a family member who I won't name, who I'm sure I've named before, who still is a flat earther. And I'm like, I can take you to Lake Michigan and prove you wrong.
How would you be able to prove him wrong from Lake Michigan?
Well, Pat, I'm glad you asked.
A number of very rudimentary things.
So if we go to Lake Michigan and we're standing on the Indiana side, you can see Chicago, right?
Sure about that.
I've
never done it, so
I believe you.
I'll pull up the photos. Yes, I've seen it a bunch. I've done it a bunch. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes, and it's the next time we're up there, I'll show you. Okay, but when you look at Chicago, the only thing you see is the tops of the buildings. Okay. So if I'll take a telescope. My mom has a telescope. I'll take a telescope and I'll point it at Chicago with my dad, and I'll say, "All right, Dad, that's Chicago, right?" And he'll say, "Yeah." And I'll say, "How come we can only see the tops of the buildings? Where are the people? Where are the cars? How come we can't see the people in the cars? They're all on the ground, right?
Flat.
We know they're there. How come we can't see it? If the world's flat, we should be able to see those motherfuckers walking around and in the cars."
Well, I mean, because you're so far away, so you can't see them.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
It's the curve of the Earth.
It's the curve. They're on the other side of the curve. We just can't. That's why you can't see it. That's why you only see the tops of the buildings.
Chris, was this across a body of water?
Yes, it's across a body of water.
Clearly the water was.
It's got a hill in it.
Refracting the light around it with the
if that ends up being your answer, it's not the other obvious thing.
The atmosphere from that distance acts like a fisheye lens.
Yeah. Sailors knew this shit because when boats would go over the horizon, as the boat goes over the horizon, you don't see the bottom and you don't see the middle and you don't see the top. They put the crow's nest up there. We saw this in Black Sails, where they would go far enough that they're on the other side of the curve. Someone would go up to the crow's nest so that from one boat's perspective, the only thing that's poking up is your crow's nest, and they use a telescope to spy on people. Like, pirates knew this shit. They used it as a tactical fucking advantage.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about...
But you sure it's not because of the distance? Because you're so far away, you're not going to be able to see the people.
Do you think the Earth's flat?
I don't
think it's... No, because I took science. So I know
are you fighting?
Flat.
Yeah.
So then what...
No, all right, so you're saying that, like...
Devil's advocate.
That's the reason why you can't see things the further away they get from you. Is because eventually, if the world was flat, you'd be able to see forever. If you were in space with a big enough telescope, that's literally what we do in space.
There's also...
You can see forever.
There's also a video that kind of explains it scientifically. If the world was indeed flat and it was a disc that large, there is still physics happening where it wouldn't be a flat disc, it would be more like a bowl.
Yeah.
And so you would see up into the sky.
You'd look up and see Paris.
Yeah, you would see it would be like the
Inception.
Scene from Inception, but also the disc would be so big it could not sustain itself and it would probably break
They don't believe in
apart.
gravity, so
what?
You gotta
I mean, when something falls, what that fuck is
Bro,
that?
well, so listen, flat earthers, what they say is that the world is essentially on a plate and that plate is moving up in what I don't know, but up very fast, propelled by what we don't know, but it's moving up very fast.
Yeah.
So when you drop something, the ground just comes up to meet it.
Flat earthers,
the thing's not falling, the ground's moving up.
They don't believe in law of inertia, like movement?
No, dog. Once you start believing in flat earth, you have to throw so much science out the window that it's crazy. Also, the person in my family who's a flat earther flies on airplanes, and I'm like, listen.
What?
Yeah, right? I'm like, come on.
Can we have
Flat Earth Day?
No. Maybe a flat Earth episode.
Yeah.
And the movie for that week will be the documentary
about
oh my God.
Yes.
Around the Curve.
That documentary.
Was it around
soul.
the curve or behind the curve?
Behind the curve.
Yeah. So
yeah.
wait, Pat, have you seen it? Okay, then we won't spoil it because the ending is glorious.
It is.
The ending is fucking delicious.
It is. It is one of the best documentary endings of all time.
It really is.
And the funniest thing is, they thought that it was like a sincere documentary.
Right.
They're like, yeah, this is going to be a scientific.
And I love that they actually have actual scientists in there too, who are just like, yeah, test it. That's what we do in science.
Right? No, please. In fact, we'll give you the money to do it.
We'll give you the stuff.
I was thinking about this the other day. You know, like we always think about people in the past, and I'm talking like hundreds of years, maybe even thousands, and we think about like all of these civilizations being like really rudimentary. Which, I mean, obviously people are smarter today in terms of like how the world works. Like they believed in gods and stuff back then. But in one aspect, I think mathematically speaking, people were way fucking smarter way back then, dude.
They kind of
like,
have to be.
Yeah, like mathematically, I think we have become dumber because
we started
like
making things to do it for us.
Like look at the fucking Greek architecture. That we just figured out how Greek concrete works recently. We were like, oh. Okay, right, okay.
Yep.
And it's still not, and like, look at the Turkish temples, like, they have, like, fractals, like, it's just amazing what people did. And sailors, like, we figured out, like...
Sailors weren't fucking around. They looked at the sky and was like, that's a map.
I feel like if you brought a pirate ship back, and, like, if it was, like, a cut video where it was, like, pirates versus flat earthers, I feel like the pirates would just shoot them. like, immediately. It's like, we don't have time for this fucking nonsense, dude.
I would disagree with that. I feel like we got internet now to be able to connect people all around the world. Remember when you had like just in the phone, or now you don't have to need a phone to connect with people. We got computers.
It's made us less social.
Yeah, but it's less social, but we're still smart. Someone actually created that from this time frame, not back in the day.
No, I said mathematically speaking, specifically
like
mathematically.
Individuals.
Yeah, doing actual math.
Or he's saying that like individuals then would have had like a better grasp of generalized math.
I feel like I don't feel like I'll be the same situation that is now. Maybe one person was really smart enough to figure out it was a map and then taught everyone else that. It wasn't just you just thought it was a map.
But I think like if I'm trying to grasp what Mickey's saying, it's just that like
they excelled in that one subject way more than people today.
But I feel like somebody could do that now. Because
I mean, they can do it now, and we do it now. But they had less resources then.
I can like the proof is there's flat earthers.
But I think the flat earthers are just trying to be different.
No. Oh no,
I don't disagree with you, but I also like there's people that have like
they're raising children in this religion.
There's people that have given up. Nah, man. Like I mean, you look at even like MAGA people. Like once you fall into a cult, you're.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to be denied.
But when you're in a cult, you sincerely believe those things.
I think that for someone to have figured out
we were in an MLM. We sincerely believed the promises they told us. At one point, we sincerely believed it.
Yeah, but then once you see the truth, you're out.
But
some people don't see the truth.
But these people haven't seen.
But I think they do see the truth, but they don't want to be out because they're embarrassed to be in a cult. So that's why they just.
You're right. That aspect also exists. Yeah.
Hold on, Spider. What are you gonna say about buildings? Like they had the math then to build.
Oh yeah, to be able to have the math to put a building together that lasted as long as it did from back then without the internet and without a calculator is supremely.
They were able to do amazing shit with less than we have. But I will say this: the average person now is definitely smarter because the average person now has more time to like be smart. Back then, if you had a life and you weren't, I don't know, hanging out with Hippocrates or who the fuck ever and building shit, then you were a goat farmer and that was the only thing you did. And you were like, I'm really good at goats and I'm good at nothing else because I don't have to be.
I guess to clarify, like not everybody would have been because like most people were probably not. It was only the education was only for like a certain level of people. Yeah. But still, as a farmer, you got to do shit. Like you got to figure it out. You got to build shit. Like people had carpentry skills. Like like
they did. And I feel like now the skills,
like how precise the pyramids are, not just in their construction, but how it correlates to like certain celestial bodies. It's like how the. They did this without telescopes, computers. Like there was a certain level of intelligence back then in some regards that is not existing today without the technology.
Only because we don't need it anymore. We have everything to answer it for us.
Like all the skills that we have now aren't skills that are transferable to back in a time, but all of their skills kind of would be transferable into now because they'd be like general survival shit. Like, sure, a goat farmer from then would struggle to survive now, but if he was a goat farmer from then and had a plot to farm goats here now, the economics would be fucked up for him, but he'd be like, no, I can still farm goats. Us, if we went back in a time, I'd be like, I'm going to need a microphone and a camera if I'm going to make money. And they're going to be like, sir, we're just going to burn you.
No, I feel like we
what are those?
Oh, my God.
We could buy and resell shit. We got it, boy.
What skills do you think you have now that would do good for you in the ancient world?
Sales?
Sales?
Yes.
Sales.
Probably work with sales.
I don't know about sales.
You gotta acquire goods.
Yeah, you gotta acquire goods.
Acquire some goods.
I could work in entertainment still. I could be in plays or
play. All right.
Or be.
plays.
I would be an understudy to a painter or a sculptor, and then I'd make that money.
I think I can pull off music, and I'm not saying that sales isn't applicable. My thinking is that like there's institutions that do sales. We're talking. All right, if we're talking ancient world. Ancient world, like
ancient world, because like not everyone's gonna have. I'm gonna go acquire some good. Not everyone's gonna have that, so I'm gonna hustle.
I think you need the skill to get that good.
I think I could go get that good.
But it's like mining. Like what good are we talking about?
I would have. If I have a list or barter system of money.
What are you selling is the question.
Well, I don't know what they need.
Okay.
They need
wood.
To expand on that thought, I have a fun thought experiment for us that'll require a little bit of improv, okay? Let's say all four of us are we travel back in time. Okay. Let's first pick a period. How far are we going?
Yeah, how far are we going?
For some reason, I keep on imagining like Aladdin, where we're all in.
So
Aladdin times?
Let's say like 1,000 years.
Oh, I don't know when Africa was.
I never watched that movie.
Okay, let's pick a time we can all agree on.
Doesn't that explain a lot?
You didn't watch Aladdin?
What about we can do the American colonies, and I guess we all have to pretend we're white.
Nah, older than older
than that.
Okay, no, I guess
Victorian era. We can do the Victorian era.
Okay.
No, I think that's the same time period.
Okay.
I'm thinking like we're watching the pyramids be built in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see when the pyramids were built.
Okay. So I guess the time period doesn't matter. Here's my thought experiment. The four of us, okay, we're gonna be snake oil salesman. Okay, so he's the money guy. He doesn't know what the product is. Okay, what are we duping people with back in the day?
Oh, I'm a snake wrangler.
A snake wrangler?
We're selling snake oil.
Yeah. No, snake oil isn't like a fake thing. Like it's a made up.
Are we getting snake oil?
Pat's a salesman, so Pat's gonna pitch it.
But to expand on that, we could let the snakes loose into the fucking town,
and
then we go.
That's
catch
hustling.
We
will just hustle.
That's actually
so we're
not
just
bad.
thieves and bandits.
That's actually not bad.
Basically,
I agree.
Or we try to bring in like rodents or something, and then we bring in cats to sell.
Or
sell cats.
Or when we get that, we can find any motherfucking oil, and I'll sell that oil as a beauty product.
We could do that. We can make beard oil.
So we're just
that's so typical though.
Let's go. We're just doing bullshit.
We just scam somebody with something
Tonics are so typical. Like
you know what?
The miracle cure tonic. That's
they're dumb. They'll buy it.
I know, but like let's be
we're just grifters.
Let's be creative here. Everybody's selling the tonic.
We should sell shea butter stuff.
Oh, we're all right. Well, first off, I would like to be in Africa. For reasons that make sense to all of us. Okay?
I was thinking we should all be in Africa.
Second off, I'd like to point out that the pyramids were built in. Get a fucking kick out of this. 2610
BC?
Before Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before Christ?
That's why I said like 1,000 years.
They got religion, and it's cats.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, their religion's the king, isn't it?
We're not selling cats.
No, they had...
You're talking like pharaohs.
We're talking about Egypt,
yeah.
I mean,
they had,
the king was... All right, listen.
But
fuck it, this is what we're doing.
We're selling... We're doing mummy stuff.
We're Scooby-Dooing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna Scooby-Doo it, okay? Pat is gonna be a salesperson, right? He's selling us the Ghostbusters, essentially. We're gonna do pranks and shenanigans and shit and claim that it's ghosts. Hey, it seems like your shit's cursed. People are like, my shit's not cursed. Mickey's gonna sneak in the back door and steal a kid. We're gonna be like, oh, it looks like the kid stealing curse is happening.
It happens.
Only way to stop it is that me and Spidey do a fusion dance and then the kid comes back. Like, but it won't be a kid stealing because we're good guys. But we'll do something, you know what I mean? Like,
we'll have a good day.
We'll steal goats.
It'll be
and we'll be like, bro, the goat stealer has come to you. If you guys don't fix this,
yep.
And we pay off the cops.
That's pretty good.
Fix it,
I don't even think they had cops.
That's
they
pretty
definitely
good.
had cops. They got somebody enforcing the law, King's Guards or some shit.
Someone was chopping off hands, baby.
Look, since motherfuckers been stealing, motherfuckers been trying to stop people from stealing. That's like day one.
All right, here's my grift.
Yeah.
If I've learned anything from catfished or modern crypto scams, okay, we go into a town and we tell them that like there's like this investment opportunity. There's a town being built nearby, and if you invest now, we'll give you a certificate, right? And we ask them for a small amount, something that's not going to hurt their pockets. Just like, I don't know, what was $1.
10 rupees.
A dollar probably was a lot of money back then, but you know what I'm saying? Like nothing.
Just put it to our money.
Nothing's not going to hurt their pockets, and we go, and then we actually do come back the first time, and we give them a return on investment to make it seem real, and then we're like, there's a bigger investment now. This time we ask for a lot of money, and then we just never come back.
Okay.
And we can do that from town to town because you can just change your name whenever we go somewhere.
Well, they'd have wanted posters for our asses.
Yeah,
at some point, but they got to get there. It's faster.
Yeah,
not fast enough. I'm
also,
gone,
you guys are thinking that you could just when you were born in a country back in the day. I'm pretty sure you stayed in that fucking country. You didn't go to the next country over.
I guess I'm thinking about like a
Rosetta Stone didn't exist, bro.
I'm thinking about like a Red Dead Redemption 2 caravan lifestyle. You know, I'm moving.
There we go.
That's why we should have went with the American West. We know that well enough to grift it.
I'm fucking moving, dude. Like I'm never like by the time they figure it out, I'm gone. I'm 100,
Eli
I'm
has a good
miles
point.
down the road.
If we're by the pyramids, we should just do pyramid schemes. All right. So me and Spidey went to fucking DreamCon.
DreamCon was lit.
DreamCon, it was litty titty. DreamCon was
crazy. Go anymore.
Who was the most famous person you were able to say hi to?
I don't know, man, but ladies was twerking left and right and shit.
Bro, it was like every 10 steps was twerking.
For real?
At DreamCon?
Yeah, bro.
Have you met black folks?
In anime and
DreamCon is I didn't know that's a
black cosplay convention.
DreamCon is so black that when we left DreamCon, I said, "Spidey, how black do you think Austin is?" And he was like, "At least 50%," and it's 7%.
I didn't see a lot of white folks at all.
I didn't know DreamCon was a black event.
Yeah, it's thrown by RDC World, and it's like essentially the blackest con I ever been to. Essentially, it's Black Nerd Con, like more than anything else.
That's a good market, man. He made some good money.
We could get something like that here.
Yeah.
And I've got a name for it already, and I'm going to wait until we're off camera to talk about it.
All right, bet. So, DreamCon was super fun. This is going to be for everybody who's going, and then me and Spidey will talk about our experience a little bit. One, if you're going to go, stay locked on that Twitter. Figure out which parties you're going to and RSVP early. Download the app. Download the RSVP shit because like this was the first year doing RSVP and the lines were crazy. Like I got on Wednesday to RSVP and everything was booked.
Yeah, we only got into a certain few things. One, because Eli is just a master manipulator of things, and you can kind of talk your way into things if you kind of brag about how many followers we have on YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube Lounge was crazy. We met a bunch of fans. We probably met like 40 fans, which is nuts. Like literally, we were trying to meet up with each other, and like Navi was like, "I'm getting stopped by myself, and people know who I am, and they usually only know me in a group." Like it was,
and I think I'm like the newest as far as some people go. So like it was weird to me.
Right, motherfuckers like,
wow.
you got recognized?
Yeah, just walking by myself trying to find them. Like,
that's awesome.
Like a lot.
That's
like,
awesome.
Up to like I'm saying 40. It's between 40 and 50. Yeah.
That's
over a weekend where it was kind of crazy and. There was just so many creators there, and there were so many people who had their own channels. Did you guys get recognized
by any creators?
Yeah, we talked with some people who were like on the up and coming, but everybody else who was doing like any creators that were like on our level or slightly bigger were all doing so much content and being so busy that like we didn't really get to link up with them. Like we literally saw your boy Roshi in the first 10 seconds. I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And he was like, "All right," and they're like, "Sorry, Roshi, you got to come and do this thing." And we didn't see that motherfucker no more. I was like, "Damn, that was it, bro." Shit, it was fucking wild. What? So like,
there's a whisper in the wind.
Next time around, we're gonna try to get on that level.
Get on panels.
Yeah. We got we got plenty of panel ideas. I want to do some cons leading up to be ready, and we got more cons that we're gonna be doing. Stay tuned to Normies because it's gonna be our year of cons coming up.
Nice.
And then me and Spidey took a little break when we went to the Cold Springs.
Good old Barton. Is it Barton Springs?
Barton Springs.
So is it like the hot spring but cold?
Yes, so water's bubbling up from under the ground, and it was hot. It was hot outside. It was like damn near 90. Yeah, and we were like, all right, bet we're gonna go. And then
water's
it's
like
cold
55.
bubbling water.
Yeah, how's it cold bubbling water?
Because it was hot outside.
I mean, it's bubbling up like it's coming up from under the ground.
Right.
Bubbling is I don't know when.
But yeah, if it's bubbling, it's hot. Then,
okay,
right?
it's not bubbling. It's just coming
water.
up.
It's gas.
It's air.
It's just air. Okay,
trapped air.
Ignore the bubbling.
Yeah,
it's coming. The water's coming up from underground somewhere.
You said bubbling though.
Yeah,
I know. But I thought that was a great way to describe water coming up.
I'm picturing like seltzer water.
Yeah, but seltzer water could be either gas or it could be hot.
No, you guys aren't wrong.
It's spring water.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's coming up from under the ground, and me and Spidey go there. And right before I got in the water, I forgot how cold it was. I braved in. This motherfucker's over here bird bathing himself.
Yeah. What you mean? Of course.
For minutes.
It was me and some other
man,
nigga that I've never met before, just sitting there like.
Right? I was like, I'm in here.
You got to just jump in.
No.
Go ahead.
There's an initial shock, but then like after like a couple seconds, like it's all good.
Watch,
First off, Pat, there's axolotls in the my bad, not axolotls. There's salamanders in the water, and there's a couple of turtles. And Mickey, there's algae on the bottom.
Snapping?
Yes, algae on the bottom.
I didn't see how big this. It was a big turtle, but no, I don't know if it was snapping, but it wasn't bothering people.
How about the salamander?
Salamanders are like this small, and no one could find them. You have to lift up rocks to find them.
Which, fun fact, you're not supposed to do, I guess.
But then
there's
the ground's slimy. I'm telling you because I know you don't like textures like that.
Yeah,
I love
swim
it.
shoes.
I love it. I was slipping and slide. I was like,
what the fuck's wrong with? That's on your foot. And you ride it home. You might get it to your
algae
baby
in your toenails, bro.
Yeah,
in the toenails.
Hey,
in the crevices.
It felt good after walking all that time at
dream.
DreamCon. I was massaging on them rocks, boy.
That probably did feel good.
It felt great.
Yeah.
Once you clean off a rock, then probably because it's like all smooth.
Oh no, and the algae was warm. So all the water's
like
cold.
Wiggly warm?
No, warm.
Yeah, see, I would have felt like I stepped on an animal and I'm out of there, dude.
It is very. It's an experience. I did take my shoes off and like stand on the rocks for a second.
Yeah,
the algae is warm as fuck. But like the water stays, they say 55 to like 60 the year round. So like in the winter, people go there and use it
as a hot spring.
I guess the warmth is like the evidence of it being alive.
Yeah. All right. So there was one other thing.
Geothermic energy, man.
Yeah. At the springs, we're over there, and I'm looking at Spidey, and he's looking over my shoulder, and he's like, "Is this place topless?"
Oh yeah, it's a topless fucking spot. So women are just tits out.
What? See, it's crazy that Dallas is like that. Dallas is Austin be so conservative. In Texas,
fun fact:
the cities are pretty.
No. All of Texas, a woman is allowed to be topless anywhere that a man can be topless.
That is crazy coming from Texas.
I mean,
all of Texas. I'm not suggesting that you try it in all of Texas.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but it's totally legal.
Yeah, I mean,
that's progressive as fuck for Texas.
Yeah, it sounds progressive, but I don't think that's why Texas made it a legislation. It sounds progressive, but judging from the male energy there, I'm not.
My friend,
I'm not sure that's why.
She went to Austin school, and they had a whole entire. So they were saying it was like illegal to bring dildos to school or something, but you could bring guns to school. So they had this big protest where all the people bought dildos and shit to school, and other people bought guns. So like Texas is weird because Texas will be like, yes, every woman can be topless. That is okay. You're only allowed to have 2 dildos. Like, what the fuck? You guys can drink as much as you want, but the liquor store closes at 9. You degenerate. And the bars close at 2. You assholes.
The liquor store closes at 9?
Yes.
And the bars close at 2.
2 makes sense because we only close at 3. So 1 extra hour is not a big deal.
Look, if we're looking at the United States as like a high school, Texas is that kid that's just always confrontational and just is always seeking attention and just trying their hardest to be different. And you can tell all they want is unity and friendship, but they're just such fucking assholes that they're just like, that's the energy I get from Texas. It's the unnecessarily hostile kid that secretly wants to just be friends with the world.
Texas is also no income, so that's pretty nice.
No income tax?
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all live in Texas, tell us about it. Oh, so we did see King Vader. I just saw him, but I didn't get to talk to him.
I shook up with him and I didn't recognize him. I want you guys to know one thing about me is I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos.
I'm like you. I don't know who King Vader is. So.
I've seen King Vader's stuff, but like when I saw him in person, everyone kept on telling me that he's like giant and was like super tall. I wasn't.
Navi kept telling you that because everyone's super tall at Navi.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, we shook up and I was walking by. I was looking for Navi and Chris, and I didn't know that like that was him. When I walked by and he was like, "Yo, what's up, man? You want to come in and see a free comedy movie?" I was just like, "I'm good, man. I gotta go find my friends, but I'll try to come back." Navi was in there watching it.
Yes, she was.
I also walked by the anime karaoke, which apparently Chris was in there.
Anime karaoke, motherfuckers were like, "Oh, I don't know if I can sing this song. I'm just kind of nervous." And the dude was like, "It's okay. You're in a room full of your peers." And she was like, "Okay."
Wait, like sincerely?
And she just belted him out.
And I was like, "What the fuck? You can't sing like that and be like, I'm nervous." Like,
I love that,
bro. I hate because I feel like when I do karaoke, like I can rap well and like I got a mild amount of confidence. But like if I actually could sing, I'd be like, "Fuck no, you motherfuckers would hate me every day. Every day, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I just some little shit I was just like." If I could dance good, I would never stop dancing.
Can you finesse said, bro, egoed King Vader.
Straight up.
I mean,
you're like, nah, I'm good, man.
King Vader said, "Damn, who is that nigga? I need to know."
Yeah.
Oh, so next year we have to go full court press. People were asking about everybody.
I'm down.
And I'm trying to.
We're gonna hold it down at the. Well, I'm sorry.
We're gonna try to get on top of it so that we get to do some panels. We get to do all the fun shit, all the behind the scenes shit.
Be the best.
And I think because Hassan Piker was there and he played in the basketball game,
I want to play.
We're gonna be. Let's hit up RDC World and be like, y'all don't know about the Brown Recluse. He be raining threes from the Midwest. Y'all don't know about our mans. Y'all didn't put our mans on. Hassan Piker got out there. What about Brown Pat? Swish.
Do you have to send in like, do you have to send in like a video? Like,
we're going. I left for this right now. I've dropped 10.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video. We're gonna make a video with Pat. But Pat,
we'll play 21. I'll take anybody.
What do you wear when you hoop, Pat? How many knee pads you wear?
I don't know knee pads.
What about sweatbands?
No sweatpants, but I do wear a shooter sleeve because I'm a shooter.
Okay. See, no, that's obnoxious enough. That's what I need.
Yeah, we can work with that. Get the shooter sleeve.
We're gonna start working on our campaign now. Look, me and Spidey, I think we could do the dodgeball because they had a dodgeball tournament too.
I did not know there was a dodgeball
tournament. I'm down for dodgeball too.
Let me tell y'all. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna tell you who played in the dodgeball tournament.
They don't. Whoever don't want that smoke. If you guys are watching,
for real.
I will see you at the dodgeball.
I feel like dodgeball is
year.
always like one of those. Like I feel like every time I go into a dodgeball game, I'm like, I'm gonna be good at this, and I'm always just like embarrassingly bad.
Oh man!
You just gotta catch the ball.
Look, man, I'm fast.
Catching. No. Catching is not the part that I struggle with. It's the throw. Like people are like fucking. It's like bullets. It's your hook. I can never get a good grip on it, and it's always just like.
We just gotta start practicing now, bro.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing you do need is grip strength, and my grip strength has only gotten stronger.
I feel like I have grip strength, but I can never get the. I don't know how people get the velocity because it's always. I feel like I'm throwing it really hard, and it's always just like.
Look at the wrist.
Look, I don't know. They got people dunking and doing all sorts of basketball challenges.
The smoke.
We can go
for the dodgeball shit. I don't know. Look, we got to start practicing now.
We can go Sky Zone and play dodgeball.
Yeah.
Look, if we could breed a bunch of teenagers at dodgeball, we could beat a bunch of people our age at dodgeball.
That's what I'm saying. Let's do it.
Let's just challenge a bunch of kids.
Yeah, let's put out flyers and be like, we need
the Normies challenge.
We need the top tier athletes from all high schools in Indiana for a dodgeball game.
Yeah, we only want the fastest, the strongest, the most brutal.
Right? Let's go. So next year. Full court press. Also, I know we're doing the con in Japan, which is going to be fun. I don't know how many fans we're going to actually meet. That'll be cool regardless. Yeah. But after seeing how motherfuckers were moving at this convention, I'm into it. After going to the nerdy burlesque thing where people were dressed as a Inosuke and fucking shaking ass.
Yo,
bro,
what?
Fucking ridiculous. I was so mesmerized. I got no video. I got zero video of these things, and it was basically just strippers.
Sometimes you have to live in the
moment,
you know. Sometimes you have to live in the
moment. So
moment.
why is Gen Con not like this? We got Gen Con right now.
I do suggest that if we go to DreamCon next year, we all get up for cuck chairs.
And look, D&D.
Look, we're just gonna drop 1,600 on them. All right,
you guys need to.
All 8 of us.
There were cuck chairs.
Cuck chairs.
You get to get on stage and get twerked on by the burlesque dancers.
But you got to drop 200 to get up there.
Wait, how's that being cucked?
Oh, money cucked. Like, you throwing a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Well, he's dropping a grand just like that. I don't know if I
said $200.
Oh, I thought he said 1,600.
That'd be for all of us.
I do it for the content.
But listen.
I do it for the real.
One of the dudes got up there and he goes, it's a crowd full of black folks, right? So you got to keep in mind. This dude gets up there and he takes the mic from the girl who's fine as shit. And he's just like, I don't know why these niggas so motherfucking broke. It's only $200. This ain't shit. Pulls out a fucking stack. Whole crowd goes fucking nuts. All this and that. Next thing you know, this motherfucker rolls up dressed as Ren Goku, talking about let's go band for band. We're like, bro, what's happening?
Look, dude got up there with the Flame Hashira jacket on and all that, and literally is a nerd. Like, right? The dude who got up there at first and was like, yo, this shit ain't shit. I don't know why y'all ain't busting money out.
Call a motherfucking
He literally pulled the money out and said, I'll go band for band with anybody out here right now.
Some of these dudes probably made a big
how did they make all that money?
Crypto, probably.
Who knows, bro? One of the dudes just laid down to get twerked on up there.
Yeah.
Shit was wild. And when Ren Goku got up, the dude sitting in front of us, we had like a group. There was like 4 dudes in front of us and then us in the back. And for whatever reason, we were on some of the funniest commentary we've ever been on in our lives. Like, we were crying. This one dude was just like, set your pockets ablaze, brother. And we fucking lost it.
Honestly,
shit was crazy.
You know what's a really good grift? And like the #1 earner on Patreon for a while did this. And maybe I should capitalize on this, but like drawing and selling hentai.
Yeah.
That's a fucking money.
That's not a grift. You're just making more.
Yeah, that's a grift.
You can draw. Do it.
Yeah, I guess it's not a grift, but it's just like, it is kind of like, I never.
It's because you feel dirty drawing it.
Yeah, like I'd have to work under a stage name.
Yeah, obviously. Also, I think, and this is me talking as a person who has an OnlyFans, you should, every now and again, you should pay for your porn. Just a little bit. You've been getting it for free for so long. Just pay for it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm talking like $10.
$10?
$10, that's it.
It feels ethical.
$10 too much for you?
But how do you pay for porn?
You go find you some sexy lady on Instagram who has an OnlyFans that costs $10. You pay $10 for it, and you say, damn, look at this. I'm getting some exclusive titties here. Woo-wee.
Exclusive.
Anyway, so I'm sorry. We have other things to talk about. We just got wrapped up in
I do want to say the Flame Hashira was told to get off the stage and go pay the right people the money so he could get on the stage, and he did not return.
He did not.
I don't think he had the money.
And I do want to say this too.
Look, he did his thing.
But also, he got up there with some money in his hand. She grabs the money, counts it, and said, "Nigga, this is $20."
He was ready to go band for band, but he was only 20.
At that point, like the Charlie Brown music, like,
bro, yeah, and he's dressed as the Flame Hashira. Everybody
we
saw
know
him.
how that went. Like,
I want to say this.
Good for you, my boy.
A-Train cosplay, a ton. MF Doom cosplay, a ton. Miracle, so many miracles.
What's a miracle?
From My Hero, the Rabbit Girl.
Oh,
who's
obviously.
the dude from JJK that was he has the spotted tie?
Oh, Nanami.
Yeah, Nanami.
Like,
Nanami,
I saw a couple that was Nanami.
Yeah, yeah, both of them. For some reason.
Also, and the last thing about ass is that we at the Cold Spring, and I don't know why Indiana's not like this. I want to say like 20% thongs, just like a lot of ass out, like a lot.
I mean, it's Dallas. I mean, Austin.
I mean, you know, we
Texas.
live in a pretty like state. You know,
I mean, there's when we go to the Lockerbie pool, we used to have a lot of butt.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a you know like that.
But also not like
it was like a specific spot on the earth where like the energy.
I think it maybe if we go to Lake Michigan now, maybe thongs are just more cool.
Nah, see, it's a Midwest.
When's the last time you been to Lake Michigan?
Well, a long time.
Maybe. Anyway, all right, moving off of ass cheeks and moving on to something else.
Hell yeah.
You guys been watching the Olympics any?
Hell
man,
yeah.
you know what I haven't. I'm kind of disappointed.
Actually,
in myself.
we did that thing.
The integration,
Yeah,
tell us about it. We were out of town.
They sent us.
Who is they?
Well, actually,
Peacock.
you did the. Why don't you tell us
so
about
Peacock reached out to us. They wanted us to cover the open ceremony, so they sent us a Parisian food basket.
Nice.
That had all sorts of types of food from Paris.
Any cheese?
No cheese.
Nothing perishable.
It wouldn't keep. Yeah.
Nothing perishable.
No cheese, but we had like a lot of jelly, like jam, I guess.
They gave us a jar of some really good honey, 2 jars of some really good marmalade, some crackers to dip it in, a few bags of
bread,
a few bags of nuts, bread. Yeah,
bread. And the bread. So the bread was fire. My favorite thing was
a French baguette.
My favorite thing was the sourdough crackers, and my favorite thing on the sourdough crackers I put on them was the honey. I've had honey in the United States, and honey from France tastes way different.
Whoa! You know why you slipping? You ain't hitting farmers markets and getting that local honey,
in the United
baby.
States is just like sweet, and there's like no other taste. Like,
you're not getting the local honey pack.
But then like the honey had like a little spice to it. Like it's not even spice. Like it tasted medicinal. You know,
they're French.
I don't know,
bees.
man. I think it just tasted like honey.
That honey was good.
Hey, all I'm saying is that we're gonna take you to a farmer's market and get you some honey made down the street with local bees. You'll taste this shit and be like, okay, no, that's actually fire.
There is a local place that makes a spicy honey. They infuse it with peppers, and it's
Did you just make Homer Simpson sounds?
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck was that?
But yeah, no. But not only that, like they sent us like a really nice wooden charcuterie board that like opens up and it has like these utensils inside, and they sent us this bottle of some bubbly lemonade.
Oh, that shit was fire,
and it was so good. And then we were just recording a video, but then we actually started watching the opening ceremonies. I didn't see all of it, but I was amazed by like the torch ceremony. It was like an Assassin's Creed character traveling through the city.
Yeah,
it was very cinematic. Like they made it like a movie, and it just
is the French. They do fuck with movies.
I just remember back in the day, it used to just be
someone running and giving it
yeah, it was that simple, and now it's like a cinematic thing.
I think the last 3 or 4 Olympics, it got to like the extravagance because like if you guys remember, China had like 8,000 drummers all singing into one.
Everybody's upping that ante now, so that's cool to see.
We're gonna be next.
Yeah. We didn't see. Year, baby. I didn't see all of the performances, but the one I saw, and that was my absolute fucking favorite one. It was a heavy metal performance, and the band was like on the Parliament building. I don't know. It was like I don't know what the building is, but it was like an important building, and they were like on the building, and it was like, dude, it was it went from like a very like kind of a, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but not heavy metal. It was like such a genre flip. Like it went from like some chill music to just.
No, it was metal. Bro. It was,
yeah. It was, and they also had a French rapper. It was really good. I think the open ceremony, I think it's the only thing that I saw.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the games or any of the actual like events. I think a lot of it is just because there's too much content now to consume, and I think our lives are a little bit busy. Because I remember when I was younger, I didn't have cable TV when I was younger, so all you had to watch was the Olympics. I used to watch the gymnastics, the swim. Also, we don't have an athlete in the United States to gravitate.
Simone motherfucking
She's great, but I remember I never gave a shit about swimming, but when Michael Phelps came onto the stage, I watched swimming events.
Have you not heard about the new lady swimmer that we got that literally has 20 records?
Yeah, I'm about to say she's.
Well, I'm not hearing about. Why is the media not covering it?
Spots, bro.
Why is the media not covering it? Fuck.
Because she's a woman.
But I haven't even the basketball games. I'm not watching the basketball. They have 3-on-3 basketball. I could play that shit. Why am I not fucking Olympics, man? I play 3-on-3 all the time.
Did you guys know that the city that hosts the Olympics doesn't make money off of it?
Yeah, no. You lose money pretty much.
You can train for it.
There hasn't been a city that made money off of the Olympics since LA in like '84 or something like that.
What do you mean?
Like the city pays for the Olympics to come and then you get money back, but they never make money back. It was like, I think China, it was like 44 billion to make 13.
Well, yeah, because I know like in Paris, like they spend over close to $1 billion to clean the water, and it's still not clean. They got to cancel all their swimming events.
So yeah, they did all of that, and then it didn't work, and now they're still hosting the Olympics, and they're going to be in the hole as well. Like literally since the 80s, no city that hosted the Olympics has actually
that's a shame because like so much there's so many conference sponsors, everybody's coming there, and they still don't make money.
So also, Katie Lecky is the swimmer I was talking about. 16 hold on, Katie, I just lost it. Yeah, Ledecky, my bad. Yeah. 16 individual gold medals at World Aquatic Champions. 16. Bruh. She's out here clowning. I don't know.
She needs to get up on the fucking media. Fuck, what's not people?
Bro, people are talking about her. Simone Biles did some shit that I've never seen in my fucking life, which she continues to do. She like disappeared into 10 flips, and I was like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
she looks like she's playing on God mode. She's hacked the game.
The move that she opened with is like an incredibly like she came out guns blazing,
just flexing.
Like she was like, she came out on 11.
She made sure she got the gold.
Yeah, she came out on 11. Like
that first landing was literally like, y'all better up your game up.
So I think you guys watch more Olympics than I did.
I mean,
I like watching things that I can't
shorts
do.
and stuff. I haven't.
So you actually did watch it on national.
I haven't. No, I haven't been watching it, but like because a lot of the Olympic stuff is also correlating with the news and the political climate that's happening right now. So there's a lot of mentions in there too, like. The Imane Khalif stuff going on.
Yeah.
What about?
Oh, and I want to shout out the homie Frederick Richard as well. I started watching him on Instagram, just doing cool flips and shit. And turns out he was training for the Olympics, and now this motherfucker's at the Olympics, also doing a ridiculous amount of flips. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I've been watching like a little bit of it. The one thing I wanted to ask before he moved off the Olympics is, what would be the one thing you would be able to fucking get gold at the Olympics? It can be something that's already at the Olympics, or you can make it up, obviously.
I got one.
Yeah?
Look, Snoop Dogg was a big part of the opening ceremony.
Oh, my God.
He was a big part of
he
was a big part of the Olympics. He even had his own exclusive pin.
Yeah.
Joint rolling.
Joint rolling.
Yep.
All right.
Say the same thing.
Joint rolling.
So you guys are going to have to compete at joint rolling. You both think you can get gold. Somebody's got to get silver.
I would be in joint rolling and
now, if people are making like cranes and shit, I can't compete there, but I would be in the classical sector.
Oh, okay.
Just
not the art sector.
Just
I don't want to be in the...
Just a classic joint. I bet I'm top 100 in the country.
I would say this. Mickey got some skills, but now if you had to throw some speed in and to have like a good joint, I know another motherfucker. I know gonna beat you.
That's where my training would have to focus. Is
you don't have the speed.
I'd have to cut time. Yeah, you're right. I'd have to wear like. I have to shave my armpit.
Makes me more aerodynamics.
Makes me aerodynamic when I roll.
He's over here shaving the hair off his.
What about you, Pat?
For me, so I cut some highlights of the 3-on-3 basketball tournament where they're going on, and I think I could make that 3-on-3 basketball.
Brother, this is a serious question. Yeah. I'm asking you seriously. And you're sitting here saying that seriously in the entire world. That you
listen, when I was watching the 3-on-3 tournament for both guys and women, for guys and women, bro, some of the drives that they were making did not make sense to me, and they were giving them like space to shoot, and they weren't taking shots to shoot.
It's so easy watching. Okay. All right. Hey, wait. Let's.
Pat says basketball. Pat says 3-on-3 basketball is the Olympic sport.
Not the 5-on-5 where LeBron James are out there. I'm talking about the regular 3-on-3 dudes.
3-on-3 basketball. Pat says he could get gold medal.
Let's test your stamina. Do 50 jumping jacks.
I got stamina. I can play. If I'm just shooting, I ain't got to run around too much.
Damn. Okay.
That's already the problem. You're already talking about not running around.
You're
too
cooked.
much.
You're cooked. What is wrong with you?
Someone's gonna break your ankles.
Can we tweet at those players and be like, "Hey, one of our friends would like to try out."
I would like to point out that we sit on a couch for a living, and y'all play basketball for a living. And Pat says he'll cook.
This is the kind of transition we need to sincerely try to pivot to.
Listen,
like, I know we're goofing, but let's actually reach out to them and be like, "Look, can we film a video where we'll fly out and our friend will play a pickup game with you guys, and we'll just record it, and that's
it. That's all.
I will teach them how to shoot."
This motherfucker said.
I love the amount of confidence you've got. You're like those dudes who think they can beat Serena Williams in tennis. I love it.
That's Serena Williams. I never said.
I feel like I'm gonna do swimming now.
I don't think you guys watched the event. These 3-on-3 dudes look like your regular dudes at LA Fitness.
What country were they playing from?
The United States.
So like fit.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, they were
Look,
fit,
man,
though. I've never seen Pat play basketball.
Body
either.
shape means nothing when it comes to like strength, because like have you seen that video of like a rock climber doing a arm wrestling competition with like the fucking biggest, buffest dude, and the rock climber has like the skinniest arms, and the dude can't move them at all because like
he's got muscles in here that are working for that too.
Right? He's compact. He's dense. He's like, look, man, regular people don't make it to the Olympics, man. They didn't just pick.
But I'm saying
3 guys.
these guys.
I'm not shitting on Pat. I think if Pat say he got it, he got it.
I got it.
He got it.
Just in regular,
can we try to make this
outside
happen?
playing basketball.
3-on-3.
Maybe we can't get a hold of those specific guys.
3-on-3.
But let's.
We can find someone that tried out at least.
Oh, we can find.
Let's test it out with
college
people.
athlete.
Yeah, let's test it out here in the States. Be like,
I'm talking about the people I saw on the team. I'm not talking about these college. I know where I was fit. I'm not talking about your IU basketball team. I'm talking about the people I saw in the Olympics. The 3-on-3 motherfuckers. Bring them on.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Those specific people, those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
My event's going to be...
Give us the names. I'll tweet at them.
Yeah, we'll find
the names.
I think the only event I could do well is drinking and bike riding.
I think biking would be a good one.
No, but biking and drinking. It just can't be bike races.
At the same time?
Yeah. That's
not
it.
Racing.
I'd want to try.
It's an endurance challenge. It's like, okay, you got a bottle of whiskey and you got 5 miles. When you get to the end of that 5 miles, that whiskey needs to be gone, and you need to still be able to ride another 3 miles after that.
That's ridiculous.
I think I could do it, right?
Yeah,
I've done it before.
Ridiculous.
Make it a relay. I want to get in on this with you.
Yeah, okay. See, no. So, look, I could do the one by myself, but then the relay one's even further. But yeah, we could do the relay.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like you got to balance your drunkenness with the balance of riding your bike. That event I can go ham at.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Not now because I'm a proper adult now, but back in the day. One time I was so drunk I tucked my bike in. I was like, "Where's my bike?" And they're like, "You put it on the couch and put the blanket on it." And I was like, "See, how else did I get here?" Like,
so there's another event that I feel like I could get a gold very confidently.
Yeah,
and it still involves basketball, but like the basketballs you put inside the house on the thing and you got to shoot like trick shots and shit.
Yeah,
I got that shit down.
Trick shots, okay.
Wait, what?
Like
so you put a Nerf basketball on top of the door and you shoot stuff. Bro, I was knocking everybody with trick shots and shit with Urgent and them back in the day.
Okay.
Wait,
trick shot basketball.
What do you mean you put a
basketball hoop inside the
You've
house?
never seen a tiny...
Oh. So what do you mean?
Like a slam dunk contest or just trick
shots?
Trick shots.
Trick shots.
Also,
like
snowboarding.
Snowboarding?
Like you bounce it
Stop
off of shit?
Yeah, you bounce it off of shit.
Okay.
Snowboarding, I think I could take gold in.
Ooh, another thing Another thing I'd want to try is, have you seen the shooters, bro?
Oh, bro, the shooters are wild.
Oh, archery?
No. There's shooters.
Pistol's cool too, but I'm thinking archery.
No, but did you see them?
The guy from Turkey?
The dude from Turkey, somebody was like, did they send a hitman?
The girl.
I saw the girl with the Gojo status.
No, and she's got the backwards cap and like this... Like, bro, she looked like all of the Asian people look like main characters, and then you had the one white dude that was just like a regular guy in like a polo.
No. He was
no. He's amazing. He's really good.
The Turkish dude,
the Turkish guy got silver, and he didn't have no eye protective hair.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He's from Turkey.
That's what I'm saying.
He got silver.
You see all these people with like all this equipment, and then there's just a guy like.
And he even had his one hand in his pocket, just like casual.
Oh yeah,
like
dude was a cowboy.
Somebody said, somebody online was like, he got silver because gold is haram. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Y'all are wild. Shut up.
That's funny.
Bro, he's from Turkey, bro, man. He's got to be an assassin. Because like he was so chill.
Bro, this girl right here is just like, come on.
No, that's not the picture.
She's in her own fucking anime, man.
That's not the picture.
What is that gun?
That's not the picture. Look up girl with the backwards cap. Like bro.
Is that her with the Gojo status? Hold on.
It probably is the same girl, but that's not the picture.
Oh, and this was the dude. This guy showed up. No ear protection, no eye protection. Got sober.
Nothing. Yeah, he damn
near walked in off the streets and was like, oh.
It looked like he came in chewing gum. Right? Like, he was like, which one? They were like, that.
Hold on. Okay. We got Pakistan in this bitch too. The fucking
is he looking down?
He's just getting ready, bro.
He was like, I'm
not
sorry,
a no look.
I don't want to have to do this to this target.
All right. So yeah, Olympics has been absolutely fucking wild. I've been having fun, like kind of peeking in on it.
I'm mad I missed shooting. That looks cool.
America got last, and they were like, yeah, it's because it wasn't in a school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, yeah. I mean, that's. Yeah, that is pretty wild for as many guns as we have.
And we're when we really care about our guns so much, we're that sucky at it. Come on, America, get better at it.
Are bullets cheaper here?
Yeah, I think
probably.
Because we just
probably,
like
honestly.
So I got a question for you guys. All right, so for our next segment, I was going to do an advice thing, or I was going to ask us each to play one round, like one click of Reddit's 50-50.
What's that mean?
Okay.
I'm going to describe what Reddit's 50-50 is to you. So Reddit's 50-50 is a subreddit where all the pictures are blurred, and there's a 50% chance it's one thing or the other thing.
Ooh, okay.
For example, 50-50, not safe for work. Necrotizing fasciitis, which sounds like it would be gross and I don't want to see, or fiberglass installation.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
So it sounds like we're going to do 50-50.
I'm kind of curious.
I'm kind of curious.
Wait. Can you explain that again?
So I'm going to give you the computer.
You gotta show me what you're looking at.
Okay? You're gonna click this. And it's going to either be a picture of something or a picture of something else. One of them is nice, one of them's not.
Oh, wait, okay, and they're not seeing.
They're not seeing it because we would be demonetized if they did. But we're gonna describe it.
This is the type of. Well, no, we couldn't do it on cut either.
Yeah, you
could.
could.
What was the? Let's do both. Let's do. 50,
all right, fuck it. I'm gonna start 50-50. We're just gonna go down in order. I'm gonna pass the computer around. I don't want to start the first one. My stomach's actually hurting thinking about it. I can do it.
I don't have to pick the first one.
The first. We're just gonna go in order. There's no skipping.
Okay.
The first one, 50-50. On Reddit's 50-50. Fuck me. Necrotizing fasciitis.
Necrotizing fasciitis.
Oh.
Fasciitis has got to be something with the feet or fascia.
And necrotizing is dying.
Like
so that's dying skin.
Yeah, no.
And
dying
the
skin
other one,
is not bad.
Or fiberglass installation.
Dying skin, that's not bad.
It's 50-50. Dying skin's going to be bad for me. I don't. Will you just look at it for me?
I'll look at it for you because I'm super curious how this works.
Yeah, I want to see how the dying skin looks.
It's not the fiberglass, buddy.
Oh, no.
I want to see the dying skin.
Yeah.
I want to see the dying skin. I want to see the dying skin.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
It's not actually.
Can we?
Are you serious, Chris? That's like a burn.
Fine.
It's not touchscreen. I don't know.
No, it's not touchscreen. I don't believe it's touchscreen. Fine. I'm looking at it.
I'm very youthful.
I can't fucking eat hamburger meat.
You guys cannot handle the OR at all.
No, I can't handle the fucking OR. Why would I be able to handle the OR? All right. Anyway, next.
That wasn't too shabby.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, well, Pat's the kind of dude that like he just
faces of death.
He casually, you know how I show you guys memes sometimes?
Yeah.
He just showed me a thing one time, and it was a person that had suffered a bear attack and had their face ripped off, and you could see the skull. And he just was like, "Hey, check this out."
That's interesting.
And I was just
it's interesting to see like the.
And I've hated him ever since.
Fun fact: don't show me that shit. Show that to Spidey. Spidey seems like he's into it. You guys have that. All right. I'm cool.
I don't go looking for it, but when I see it, I'm like, wow, look at that.
And I don't show
Spidey,
it
I look
like
on Instagram. I follow this guy who does facial surgeries, and you get to see like someone pull the skin off like that, and you get to see like them try to reconnect the.
And so when we watch horror movies, you're like, oh no, I don't want to.
But that's human bodies. I could kill people, and I could kill a ghost. Like I could kill a person or a murderer, but I can't kill a ghost. Ghosts I can't fuck with.
Ghosts I can't fuck with. Spidey, will you read what this one is? I'm just flabbergasted at the moment.
All right, so 50-50.
Pat, you should write a book, dude. I'm telling you.
Right?
You should write a book.
It's not gonna make sense.
Spidey 50-50, hit it.
Just one. It's 700 pages, but it's one run-on sentence. Like,
no commas.
The hardest book in the world to read. Just insanity. All right, Spidey's got 50-50 up. Get it.
What happens when you don't wear a helmet or a melting cherry popsicle?
Yeah, see, fuck this shit. No, I'm not.
You already signed up.
I'm not.
The melting cherry possible is probably the easiest.
I don't know if we should do this.
Nah, I think
I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
No, I think.
Come on.
Nah, see.
No, when it's my turn, you won't let me see it.
Fine, you get to go for your turn.
If the choice wasn't between something normal and something fucking like belligerently violent.
You guys watch scary movies like Jaw and like
yeah,
Saw.
that's fake. This is real. That's the difference.
This is fucked up.
That's a dead guy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
All right, cool. Pat, next one.
Next one.
No, I'm not doing this.
Well, think about this, Mickey. It's been 50-50, and we each got the bad thing.
Yeah.
No,
there's a
cool.
fairly good chance you get the good thing.
All right, 50-50. Are you ready?
I'll click for Mickey's. Yeah,
All
what
right,
do you got, Pat? Read it out loud. What's it going to be?
50-50. NSW, NSFW.
Not safe for work.
Not safe for work. Dead frog.
Okay, that's easy.
Or safe for work. Some weird extension thingy.
Safe for work. It's going to be safe for work. Dead frog's not that bad.
I don't know. I'm going to guess that all of them are.
This one is a weird extension thingy.
Nice. What kind of extension? Show me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 3D printed.
Okay.
3D printed
Wow.
thing.
All right. Mickey, you can click yours or I can do it.
Yours
Mickey,
is
only
pretty
scroll
easy.
down. Mickey, only scroll down. Mickey, only scroll down.
Don't scroll up.
Don't
It's
scroll
not
up,
bad.
Mickey. Only scroll down.
This is pretty easy.
No, I'm not doing this.
Read it. Read it.
Yours is going to be
It's safe for work. Bread and plum jam,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
or human bowels in a bucket.
Oh, that's probably like
So,
an
or
intestines.
shit bucket.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Nah. Cool.
Yeah, I'll see.
All right.
Let me
Cool
see.
on it.
All right. We shouldn't have showed this to Pat. He seems a little too eager for this, if I'm being
it's
honest.
Yeah,
a
let's
little.
do the advice.
Yeah, we're
Ha!
good.
Look at this. Mickey, you fucked up. This was easy.
What was it?
It's bread and plum jam. You want to see it?
Do we trust Pat?
I mean, I still don't. I don't trust that.
Bread
What?
and
Plum
plum
jam.
jam. It is. It does also look like shit.
Yeah.
It
But
does
it's
kinda
probably
look like balls.
fire.
I would eat that.
It's probably sweet.
All right. Well, this was
What
a
was it?
failed
What's up,
experiment. It's
Brandon
called 50-50.
Is there like a
better one?
like a lighter version?
I would like if it was like
Something that isn't made by sociopaths.
Yeah,
Like-
I would like it if it was like 50-50, but the other 50 is like
You
maybe
know?
weird sex stuff. I could
Yeah,
handle that.
I thought you was going to be worse
Yeah,
sex than
I thought
knowing
it was
you.
gonna
That's
be
what I thought it
like,
was going to
you know,
be.
Nope, it was exploded.
I was
heads.
surprised by you having a lot of like horror shit like that. Like not horror, but like body gore.
I don't want that. I just thought,
you guys remember break.com?
yeah.
What's break.com?
That's kind of what this shit reminds me
All
of.
right. Well, now that we're all slightly sad, except for Pat, who's weirdly energized, we're going to move on to the advice part before we talk about the movie. Last thing, advice. My husband ignored my calls after an accident. Should I divorce him?
Wait. My husband did what now?
Ignored my calls after an accident.
Who got in an accident?
Well, let's find out.
I'm going to guess she was in an
Oh, that's-
She was in an accident. Yeah, I'm going to have to read part of the thing to you. All right. This was never serious. Her husband is always too busy and ignores calls specifically. This was never serious until 2 months ago. I was driving in the middle of the jungle on a route which isn't taken frequently because of a lot of animals being hit by vehicles. It was the evening and it was kind of raining. I was taking care of my sick sister and I was driving in the dark.
Whoa.
I had kids at home waiting for me. And I started worrying because even though my husband is working at home, he gets really busy and doesn't care about other things, right? They've been married for 6 years. Husband should be working but also looking after the kids, or maybe just not working and looking after the kids. I don't fucking know. Figure that part out. Anyway, suddenly an antelope ran across the road and jumped on my car, making me swerve into a tree and hit the tree. I hit my head pretty hard and my vision was becoming blurry. My right hand wasn't moving, so I grabbed my mobile and pressed the SOS button, where my sister and my husband are my emergency contacts. My husband received the alert and ignored it.
That's different.
I dialed 911, but I think I fainted. I woke up at the hospital when the doctors told me I damaged my spine, the accelerator went through my leg, and I had multiple fractures, and some stranger basically found me and called them. The hospital staff had told me that they tried contacting my husband and my sister. Both were unavailable. The sister is sick. She's been taking care of her sister. She's probably just asleep. Husband is at home working.
Husband took the time to ignore the SOS button. That's
Right.
not a normal phone call that comes through.
Right? And then they told
Did he
me...
ignore it, or was it like no? Even if it's on silent, like
She said
SOS
my husband
ignores all that.
received
It
the
goes like,
alert and
wah,
ignored
wah,
it.
wah,
I think they live in a country where you can have it, like you can ring somebody's phone with like an
Yeah,
SOS
because
alert.
SOSs are different. Even if your phone's on silent, like it'll ignore all that. Like,
Yeah.
it'll make noises.
So they told me I had many days before I could go home and I will need somebody with me. I spent the night crying and feeling hopeless. My husband appeared the next day late in the morning. He told me sorry. He was too tired and went to sleep after turning off his phone. This wouldn't have bothered me so much if I hadn't mentioned the importance of being available on calls for emergencies hundreds of times. I did not want to see him. My sister got well and came to the hospital with her husband after 2 days, and I went back to her place after another few days as my spine injury needed some time to help, and I needed help with chores. My husband is now upset, thinking that I will be divorcing him, and texting me nonstop. Him thinking of divorce made me consider it's worth living. If it is worth living with him, because the thought of dying alone someday just because my husband is not answering the phone is scary. Should I consider divorcing him? BTW, the kids are at my sister's house and we have babysitters.
There's one key detail in this story that stands out to me that makes me think there's a reason for the ignored calls.
Yeah.
Who the fuck turns off their phone? Like, nope. That makes me feel like homie's cheating on top of ignoring.
Something's going on there. Like,
yeah, nobody turns off.
I do put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Is that same thing?
No,
Do Not Disturb is fine.
No. That's that. Your phone is on.
Yeah,
he's saying
because I think on Do Not Disturb, if somebody calls you like 4 times in a row,
he said I fell asleep after I turned off my phone.
Yeah,
no, there's
he's either he's in the middle of a drug deal or he's cheating.
He's cheating.
Okay.
He's cheating. So yes, I would. Yeah, I would leave that person. Yeah, if you're not there for me when I'm like dying
for a moment like that.
Yeah, I got beat up by an antelope and you were gone.
Yeah,
that's something that'll stick with you for sure. Because now it's like this person's supposed to be there for me in my moments of need, and they're not. And it seems like, yeah, no, that's really it.
What do they mean? Accelerator went through the leg.
The gas pedal hit the tree. I guess the gas pedal got pushed into her leg.
Oh, like
yeah,
to their thigh or something.
I don't know how high it went.
No.
That sounds
you fucking
violent.
psychopath. It does sound violent. Crashes
hard.
So we all agree. Maybe it's time to leave this motherfucker.
Yeah, because like the worse than ignoring the calls, for him to be like, I turned off my phone, which is like, that's odd.
Also, y'all got kids. You both need to be on call 24/7.
Yeah,
right?
No one does that.
Especially, she said, I was going through the jungle in the middle of the night and it was raining. I feel like
why are you going to the jungle in the middle of the night?
Like also
she was leaving her sister's spot, I believe.
Went through a way that she said people don't normally go because animals have been hit. And it's raining, and it's dark, and it's super
you
muddy.
Drive incredibly slow.
She put herself in a terrible predicament.
Yeah.
And then
how fast was she going?
I was driving under the speed limit, but was in a hurry. So it sounds like she was not driving under the speed limit.
What? Accelerator doesn't go through your leg.
Yeah, like if you're you hit something really fast and something like big and heavy.
Yeah, I mean she could have swerved and sped up. Regardless, look, don't drive through the jungle if you don't have to. I think we all agree on that, right?
Yeah, there's no 100%. Lights there. There's like, but yeah.
Somebody's listening right now being like, these motherfucking Americans don't understand that the jungle is half of the place to drive through.
This could very well though have been like a.
It would have been. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It would have been plausible for him to say my phone died, but he specifically said I turned my phone off. I feel like that's
after getting the emergency. It said wheel. He said fuck that
shit. I feel like that's a slip. That's a slip that something else is. He's on some devious shit.
But also, like, what is this emergency alert that you sent out to the 2 people that are your emergency contacts? Because your sister is the one that was sick. Her husband is there with her.
Yeah.
So like,
it would have been nice if he could have got it.
2 houses got this call, and neither of them called to even see if she was okay.
So is she even a good person?
You know what I mean? Like maybe she sucks. Like because your own sister and her husband also got that emergency call the same night.
Maybe.
No one wanted to come get you.
Yeah, nobody want to check up on you.
Maybe she's the type of person to be calling a lot all the time.
You talk crying wolf?
Huh? Not crying wolf, but maybe just like she's just calls so much that people are just like, God, fucking damn it, not again. You know, maybe she's
they've been married for 6 years.
Maybe she's the type of person to,
If I just left your house and taking care of you, and I hit you with the emergency call, you're gonna answer.
Yeah, but we don't know how sick the sister is. What if she's just like assed out?
Yeah, but her husband.
What if the husband's out in the yard?
He wasn't. That's why she left. She was there because the husband wasn't there to take care of her, so she was taking care of her sister, and then she left. I'm guessing because the husband got there.
Do you know why the sister and the husband didn't respond?
They hate her. They all wanted her.
No, the sister and husband are hooking up.
Oh, they sent the antelope out to hit the cars.
The sister did it, and it was all a hit.
I've seen true crime. It happens.
That antelope's family's living good.
So, fucking yeah. Got to get the antelope on the team. All right, y'all. we're going to talk about the movie. We watched Asteroid City. Asteroid City is a 2023 American comedy drama film written, directed, and produced by the homie Wes Anderson from a story he wrote with Roman Coppola. With an ensemble cast. I'm going to read off this ensemble cast.
It's pretty wild.
Jason Schwartzman, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, Tilda Swinton, Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody, Liev Schreiber, Hope Davis, Steve Park, Rupert Friend, Maya Hawke, Steve Carell, Matt Dillon, Hong Cho, Willem Dafoe, Margot Robbie, Tony Rivali, Jake Ryan, and Jeff Goldblum.
Dude.
Damn.
That's just a few of them.
The budget
and that's just the first scene.
The budget for the movie was $25 million. They made $54 million.
It was only $25 million with all those actors.
That is shocking.
Well, so I have something to say about that.
Are all those sets pretty cheaply made? Like pretty.
Well, they made $54 million. So that is what I was wondering as I was watching the movie. I'm like, none of these actors work for under like $1 million minimum.
For
like,
Wes, apparently they do.
So that's what I'm saying. As an actor, you want to be in a Wes Anderson movie. I feel like he's got a close relationship with all of these actors.
Half of these people have been in Wes Anderson movies before.
Yeah. So there is a sorry, I had an article pulled up here. I don't know. Go on. Somebody else talk.
So Wes Anderson has this very unique style of making movies. Those, especially in this one, I think the colors are immaculate. The sets, if you notice, his camera really remains centered on a lot of things. It almost feels like he built little doll houses to put people in, because a lot of the sets actually are miniatures. That train that starts off the movie is a miniature. So he has a really unique and interesting way of making films. And this month we're gonna be watching a lot of Wes Anderson shit, so we should get steeped in it.
Yeah. Okay, so there is one instance. Scarlett Johansson talked about her reportedly earnings for the shoot. Not overall what she made, but for the shoot, she took a pay cut and she earned $4,131 per week, which is the absolute minimum that an actor can make. So she only made like $36,000 for the shoot itself. But I have a breakdown of what each actor made, which we can get into.
Please hit that. I would also like to point out that as we keep watching more and more Wes Anderson movies, take notes of the cast. The only person missing from this one is Bill Murray, because Bill Murray is typically in Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like Wes Anderson is one of those people that, like, when he comes around, like, he's got the pull to be like, Tom Hanks, I want you in this movie, but I can't pay you. And Tom Hanks is like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
what are we doing?
You do a Wes Anderson movie for the love of the game, you know? And the thing is, the movie is written like a stage play.
That's what was the coolest part to me.
Yeah, because it is a play.
But all of these actors that are in it, they are also prestigious stage actors. A lot of them, but not all of them. So the way this movie is shot and filmed, it's like it's a beautiful melting of stage and cinema.
Yeah.
And something I also discovered accidentally, because I was watching this movie in the morning and I'm making breakfast. So I put the movie on and I started making breakfast, and like 5 minutes went by and I realized I hadn't been watching the movie, but I was listening to it. It kind of also works as a radio play.
Okay.
It does. Like, because I was able to follow it when I came back to it, because I'd been listening, and it kind of works as a radio play too. And it's Wes Anderson movies are very meticulous and aesthetic, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it feels like it's full of. It's not like sensory overload, but it hits all the senses for some reason.
Yeah,
in a way. Yeah.
I do want to say something. You said it was $25 million to make it, $54 million they made, and you said Wes Anderson, everyone wants to work for him because like it's Wes Anderson. But the movie didn't do that well. It only made $54 million.
I mean, it doubled its.
Yeah, it did over 100%.
No, but
it did over 100%.
I mean, but movie theater when you go to blockbusters, like they're making 80 to 100 million.
They're not aiming for
the point. Yeah,
they're not aiming for end game profits.
Yeah, being successful is just doing better than
Wes Anderson is very like cinephile. Like it's for a specific crowd. It's not for the mainstream. Like it's in theaters available to the mainstream, but I think like people that are really going to enjoy this movie are like the cinephiles that are like, wow, look at this set design. Look at the costuming.
Yeah.
Look at the acting. Look at the like. This is very niche.
The type of like shit on the back end too. And I'll also give you this, like, you know how I like Run the Jewels, right? Like, they're not the biggest rap group ever, But when they do a show, like people come and they fucking love it and they're into it. Like they don't. You can be really good at the thing you're doing without being like, yeah, I'm doing Drake numbers. Like that's not always the point. So like, yeah, these actors and shit are on this project because they like the kind of movies that Wes Anderson makes, which I think is like one of the highest pulls. Like, yeah, Wes Anderson's got money and shit, but he's also like, I'm sorry, like, have you seen my shit? The amount of movies Wes Anderson's put out is not huge.
Yeah, he's one of those people that makes
slap
he makes a movie once every 5 to 10 years, but like you want to be in there.
Yeah, and it's one of those things
and if I'm an actor that has like a bagillion dollars already, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll do it for free.
And to go hang out with all the people that I think are fucking dope too. It's like summer camp out there, right?
It's wild to see because it's just all out of respect. Like he's like, I don't do it for the money or the power. I do it for the respect.
For the love of the motherfucking game.
And that's what is you can always tell that in Wes Anderson movies is everybody's there for the love of the game. There's no commercial. There's nothing commercial about it. What did we even watch? What was even the story?
Yeah, I'd better say,
and that's what's I love the way Wes Anderson does his writing too, because it's not how people talk, but it also feels genuine. Like it's like and the humor is so quick.
It's like the opposite of Tarantino, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Tarantino would be like, "Hey, here's a bunch of dialogue about some cool shit." He's like, "Tarantino, nobody talks like that, but I like it."
But isn't Tarantino kind of like Wes Anderson? People just want to do his stuff because he's
he's got a specific style.
I'm just saying that they're on the opposite end of the spectrum, where Wes Anderson is like, "Hey, here's a cool slice of life about something weird," and Tarantino's like, "Here's somebody getting exploded 10 times. Hope you love it." I'm here for it.
Wes Anderson almost like bombards you with dialogue. Like there was so much dialogue, and I was like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I feel good. Like it's making me feel good.
It was so funny.
I guess we all got our over aspect of the movie. We're going to talk about a few of the characters because there's too goddamn many to actually talk about.
Yeah, and I can give you the pay grade for what everybody made.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
No, what do you say?
The little genius.
Brainiac.
Yeah, who I kept on thinking, I had to look it up. But
did you think he was the kid from Umbrella Academy?
Yes, bro.
I kept thinking it was him, bro. I was like, I know he's not, but I had to look it up twice. And I was like, am I just not reading this good enough?
I was like, they got to be related or something. Not even, bro.
I'm glad you're right there too. And he's kind of got his vibe. So
yeah.
Before we get that, here's a question.
Is Umbrella Academy good?
Yes.
Yeah, it actually is. It's weird and
their final season's about to come out. We should react to it.
I'm gonna ask this question. We're gonna answer it at the end. Why does Augie burn his hand on the fucking Instagriddle? That's a question to be answered later. We're gonna try to answer.
He wanted to show off to the girl.
Well, no, they talked about it earlier in the movie with the Ed Norton.
Yeah,
when they're in the black and white, and he gave him a line. He was like,
maybe it's because
to feel something, or I don't know.
But he's like, I don't know. Maybe we don't need to say that. But it's like, I like it because it means that like an artist can make something and write a character that does something, but not fully have a reason for why they did it. And the reason for why is left in the interpretation of us. Which is like the fun part. I think.
Alien.
That's what a lot of writers.
Alien, yes.
That's what a lot of writers talk about is like when they reach their flow state. It's almost like they're not writing anymore, but their characters is just like doing things. Like, it is a very common thing. They're like, I don't even know where I came up with that. Like I was the character, and he just started doing stuff, and I was typing
That's close fuck.
And it was like divine. Like,
and you're like, why did they do this? Like I don't know. Like I invented a new person in my head that did some shit that I couldn't conceive
right
of.
That they would do
That's
that.
cool.
And I see that's the kind of shit that I think as far as like creating stuff, like really fucking vibe. So
I loved all of the acting in this movie because I'm aspiring to be an actor, so like I love.
I thought you'd fucking dig this movie.
I loved, dude. One of my favorite moments is Tom Hanks's delivery of Me Too when they were talking about like mourning, because his face is so still. There's not even any micro expressions, but you can feel his sadness. How did he portray that emotion with a blank face?
I think
like there was something in the eyes. Like it's just like it's the mastery of acting. Like he didn't make an expression, and yet you can feel what he's thinking.
I think and he does a good job of like putting in like that he's that kind of stern type of dude who like everyone's carrying a gun to it. I think it's wild. He's hardened, and you know that he's like him saying "Me Too" is the closest he's gonna get to crying. Yeah. And then after that, he goes like because he's mad at Augie and he wants to like he can express rage, but he can't express sadness. I fuck with that. So Augie Steinbeck, the war fertile journalist, and Woodrow's father. And also the 3 little girls that are witches that are kind of hilarious.
They were hilarious. One's my favorite part movie.
One's part alien and the other is a vampire.
Oh yeah, vampire. Yeah. Bro, every time they started talking, they were all overlapping each other. And I was like, no, this is chaos.
Adorable.
and fucking cute.
And their dynamic is probably an homage or a call to something like that. That's another thing. Is there's probably so many
maybe the three witches
that,
from
that we wouldn't
Hamlet.
Even, maybe there's something Shakespearean about it too, and there's probably so many details that it could be like, oh, this was this color because it represents this or whatever like.
And for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, it's only an hour and 45 minutes. Rip through that shit.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about Jason Schwartzman? Shout outs to Coconut Records. Augie.
I loved the moment where like he kind of just stops his lines and then he goes back behind the set.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't get to play. And he's just walking by. You see Jeff Goldblum as the alien. He's like, no, I'm a metaphor. What? It's like, yo, this is so good. Like they're breaking fourth and fifth walls.
That's another thing. Like he hired Jeff Goldblum for that one moment, or Willem Dafoe for that one moment, and that's what like actors like. Yeah, dude, I'll come in and do like it's just it's something very celebratory about his movies. Like
it is. It feels like if I ever wanted to be an actor, my goal would be to work on a project. Even if Wes Anderson isn't around, there'll still be people who are like, sometimes we just do movies to do movies. You know what I mean? It's like when musicians are like, yeah, whatever. I like this guy's music so much, it's not gonna make me $1, but I'm hopping on this shit. Homie's fucking good. Like everybody needs to listen to it, but whoever hears it is supposed to hear it. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I think is super cool.
I'll pay Wes to let me be
for the love of the game, baby.
I'll pay you.
But I thought that part when he goes back, I like that as an fuck. It's so hard because this Jason Schwartzman's playing like two characters because he's playing Augie in the play, but he's also playing the actor that plays Augie. I'm just gonna talk about Augie because that's easier. But I like that he didn't tell his kids about the death. They all kind of knew, and that he's a photographer. He shoots film. He develops it on the go, on the road, which I think is super cool. But his whole thing, which I think this is like Wes Anderson's point of the fucking movie, is when he just like he sees something and he's like, I think that's gonna look good. And he snaps it right, and they're all like, I hope it comes out. And he's like, it always comes out. My photos always come out. And Wes Anderson's like, I always hit. He see that bitch behind his back and they're like, I hope it hits. He's like, no, I always hit. Like, it's just, it always hits. And I like that's kind of the message. It's like, but I mean, maybe it does, maybe it actually doesn't. Maybe it's the belief in that it works or not. But like him as the photographer being like, yeah, shoot shit and it always works. I obviously, me being who I am, love that. But I love it as like a theme for the movie, because even with like the griddle thing, when they're like, oh, well, he burned his hand, and like, why? It's like, I don't know, like it's gonna work, like it's gonna be fine. Like you don't have to understand why you want to take this picture or why you want to do this thing or why you want to say that. If you feel it as an artist, say and or do it.
Yeah, I think that was him just saying like, I am proud of my work regardless of like how it might be perceived or what anybody else has to say about it, but like I know I hit it. Like I'm satisfied with this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking it's the literal like the embodiment of the phrase. Sometimes you just have to touch the stove. Like you
oh my god,
you learn your own lessons. Like, people are gonna tell you whatever they want, but it's like, until I experience it and know how it's gonna affect me.
Yeah,
I don't care what you say about it.
Did you know what kind of camera that was, Chris?
So it's like a mix of two different cameras.
Pentax.
It's got it's kind of got an old Leica build to it, but they covered it up with like the markings on it aren't actually like legit. Like it's a made up camera for the movie. Yeah. Which is fine. I watched a video about it already.
One of my interpretations of the movie was also like how they're switching to the black and white and Ed Norton is like writing the script. Mm-hmm. I also thought maybe this movie is just like how Wes Anderson's like creative process works, because like I just thought like Ed Norton is a metaphor for Wes Anderson, and maybe like the characters in the movie are like people in Wes Anderson's lives. The characters are like he's pulling people he knows and turning them into characters for his work, and like pulling from reality in that sense. I don't know. That was another.
Pat, how did you feel about the homie Augie as a character?
I didn't mind that character. It was kind of fucked up. He waited 3 weeks to tell his kids.
It was very fucked up. 3 weeks is wild.
It's a lot to me. It's a long time, but for some reason I thought it was gonna be much worse than that. For some reason I thought it was gonna be months. But it's still a long time. Second, this dude, I ain't mad about it too much, but man, 3 weeks since his wife died, he's already knocking boots with that chick already.
If Scarlett Johansson pull up next to you after, I mean, we already watched Under the Skin. We just can't admit that Scarlett Johansson, she's getting.
I mean, that is true. But like,
so everybody grieves in their own way, Pat.
Yeah,
I guess so. And then like, I'm surprised the dad the daughter was okay with it too.
He was trying to hit too. He was over there, bro. He was like, "Oh shit, is that Mitch Campbell? What's up? Right. You know, I used to work with your agent, right?"
Yeah, like, but he does his daughter does, but that's different. Daughter and the husband, 3 weeks, whatever. But I was shocked by that. But I enjoyed the movie a lot. I think my favorite part was really just the kids, even the Brainiacs. They always had good humor, and the guy who was always daring shit to do,
bro.
Hilarious.
That scene with him. When they were like, why are you all asking? He's like, I just feel like maybe if no one... It was like, we'll dare you. Dare you to do what? Dare you to do anything. Steve Carell's like, yes, please. Dare me to climb that cactus. And it's like, no! He gets so real for a second, and then so heartwarming, and then back to being fucking hilarious. It was like, don't climb the goddamn cactus.
Or when he jumps off the roof, like...
he hits the ground so fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, and then he's just like...
But I thought he calculated that because he's a Brainiac, so he knew he wasn't going to get hurt. He knew how he was going to land, so I thought like it was part of the thing.
He said, I love gravity.
Right? I forgot what his Brainiac thing was because each of them all had like their own thing. I think for him though, he's just like he is super smart, but he's also a daredevil. The fucking death ray. Okay. The death ray kid. I don't think he's just like, I know I won't die. I'm gonna jump off this roof. That kid has broken his leg twice. I guarantee
he's got little tiny fractures in there.
So I just realized that we can't actually go through and talk about each fucking character. So how about everybody just picks a character? We'll talk about that character as we go.
Easy, the alien.
Alien was great. He was hilarious.
That was a great
so funny
scene because there was definitely a homage to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But I think there were homages to other sci-fis there too. Some like super old like black and white stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Everyone's just reaction to the alien is Jeffrey Wright hits the...
It's such a crazy moment because you're just watching this like somewhat relatively normal movie and then it's just like...
Aliens.
Alien.
Yeah, it's like, wait, where are we going now?
Yeah, it's...
Bro, I think me and Marquetta saw that in the theater and we were like in tears for whatever. When the alien pulls up, because it like everything, the movie, you're like, okay, you're like really sitting there like, all right, we're watching a Wes Anderson movie. I get it. It's kind of funny. It's got its weird humor. Motherfucker shows up and gets this asteroid in the goofiest way possible. Bro, we were losing.
And it poses for the picture.
Which that photo didn't have flash in it. He used a long exposure. We can hear the gears in the camera working, but you're gonna show me a flash photo at the end? You sneaky motherfuckers.
Chris was paying attention.
But all right, so yeah, the alien. Why did he come to Earth? Is it malicious? I like that. The cowboy's like, I reckon that feller just from a different place, and he just wanted to come down here and see what roams around. Like, he's like, and if he do wants trouble, then that's going to be for the United States or military to handle. They haven't lost a war yet. Like,
I mean, who knows? Maybe that asteroid was like a fuel source or like belonged to him.
He brought it back.
Bro, he inventoried it and dropped it back off.
Yeah, so he was, I don't know, he's like, he's their scientist. He's like, he's the Mars rover for his planet.
Yeah, just came in. He didn't steal it; just dropped it back off. Would it be stealing if he stole it? If he took it?
I mean, it is stealing.
None of it was his.
No, it's not.
I mean, it wasn't
ours. The big.
It fell out of the sky.
It fell out of the sky and it landed on United States territory, and it stayed here for however long.
Well, it wasn't going to go anywhere else. We started to think that finders keepers is like the universal rule, and it's not.
It might not be.
I mean, if it's, let's say something drops into your property, at your house, something drops into your property, and it's been there now for like 10 years now, and something comes and gets it, and even if it was theirs, but it's been on your property for 10 years, you've taken care of it, you built a business around it, you built a whole town around it, it is yours now.
I think that makes a lot of sense as humans. If
that thing comes out of the sky,
that's why before he brought it back, they were thinking about changing the name of the entire town.
Like, if it comes out of the sky and it's a literal alien, hey.
Yeah, while I agree with you,
it was a good run.
That if, I don't know, someone drops something cool in my yard and it's another human, that, yeah, sure, I can run off of that. But it's like, once it comes to, like, all right, if the American government, if a part of an American airplane, like a top secret, super secret piece of an airplane falls in your yard, you don't own that shit.
Yeah, you do.
The government's coming and taking it back. Do you know why they're coming and taking it back?
But if they take 10 years to get it back, it's not theirs. If they come and get it immediately.
But also,
tell that to the government. But also, they come to take part of their secret plane back.
The alien stealing that thing is actually the best thing that could happen for your business, because now you pivot. Now, if the alien is cool and it lets you like take pictures or like a video and stuff, then you just turn the business into that.
Right? Yeah, I saw the first alien ever.
Now it's just an empty crater, and tourists come and be like, "This was the site where the thing that was here. Hey, you were here last summer. Remember the thing? Now it's gone. Right, let's watch this movie, and it'll show you how it happened."
I'll pivot on. I'm just saying that if for us as a country, if an alien comes down and is like, I'm taking this ball that fell out of the sky, we're all going to be like, no, yeah, sure, take that. And then we're going to do our research, because we wouldn't be like, you can't take it, it's ours. The alien will be like, do you understand the amount of energy it took for me to get here? Do you understand what I could do just if I thought about it? Like, we don't know. You don't start a fight off of a rock because it's in your yard. You're like, hey, dog, I don't know you don't know me. You want the rock? Take the rock. I can make my business off of that still. I'm not ready to go to war over the rock just yet. I don't know. I don't know how y'all work.
I would love to see a sequel to Arrival. It's the same movie, but Pat's the scientist.
Oh, it's over. It's game over.
Yeah, he starts a war like immediately.
They were about to change the name of the city.
Like, first of all, you guys are going to learn English. I don't give a fuck about your little circle language here. We have 24 letters. Learn this shit.
No, they were going to change the name of the city to like Alien Landing.
Yeah.
Town or some shit though.
Like, yeah, they would have still made money on it.
I just pivot, bro.
All right, so Spidey's got the alien. Pat, who's your character? Who do you fuck with?
I fuck with the. I really don't have the favorite character. Actually, I had the kids, the three girls.
The three girls, yeah.
There was just good comedy relief.
They were pure chaos, but in a really cute way.
Yeah.
And they'd wake up.
You send your mom to hell for just digging her. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, okay. So we're just gonna leave this in the ground then, I guess.
And like the dad was so strict and everything, and he came off like not the granddad.
Yeah.
He came off very strict and like hated his like son-in-law, but for him to just give up and let his daughter just be buried right there, I was shocked by that too.
I mean, I think like I feel like for him it's like. He's like, well, he was talking about burying her behind, like, at the golf course or some shit, right?
But at his house. So
yeah, at his house. But then at the end, he was like, I think that we should just capitulate to her daughter's wishes, right?
For sure.
The one kid's an atheist. He doesn't care. The dad doesn't care, right? These are her closest family. And these little girls seem to care the most amount. And, like, I guess if it doesn't matter what the mom's wishes were. It matters what your wishes are when you die. But once shit's up in the air, it kind of doesn't matter anymore. So, like, for them, like, it's going to be for them, right? We're doing it for these three little girls and hoping that they'll be able to grow up all right. You know what I mean? And also their conviction, they're like, no! Said, bro, we're going to deal with this all the way driving there? I don't know. It's a thing of ashes. Like, I will come back to this town to visit 100%.
Yeah.
Just bury it a little deeper, I think.
I feel like Grandpa's gonna come back and get that shit later.
Yeah, they won't.
Or these kids are just gonna grow up and realize the trauma of we buried my mom at a random
right in a hotel.
Yeah, in Tupperware in a random.
Is that trauma? I'd be like, well, that's it for life.
So was that like her ashes? Like, okay, yeah.
They put it in Tupperware.
It's like, is that her in the Tupperware? I was like, what the fuck? Like,
that's people.
Like,
and Mickey character. We didn't talk about ScarJo.
I was also gonna say Jeff Goldblum's reveal as the alien.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
But another moment I enjoyed was Jeffrey Wright's "And That's the Way Life Was" speech.
Bro, his speech was kind of crazy.
How he just keeps it. How many microphones? Like, bro, he just kept coming. He's like, "And that's the way life was."
Jeffrey Wright, once again, a fucking S-tier actor. If you guys ever get the chance, watch American Fiction, because that movie's great. I've seen it twice. Westworld.
Doesn't seem like
Jeffrey Wright literally does not fuck around. But when he was just like,
that's the way life was.
Just like drops into it and starts telling a little speech. He's like, what kind of speech is this, bro? And he gets to the end, he's like, and that's it. You guys will figure it out. I was like, okay, well, fuck me. You got a part 2, part 3, the end.
Was I tripping? Did he say part 3 more than once?
I don't know.
Because I could have sworn. I'll have to watch it again, but I swear he was like part 2.
You know,
chapter 3.
I am sure there is a play version of this movie because it's written for the stage. It really is. It's totally written for the stage.
Which I think that's what makes the Wes Anderson movies unique. It seems like most of them are written for a stage.
Yeah, he writes it for the stage, but he films it as a movie. And that's what
crazy.
Yeah.
So we are picking other Wes Anderson movies to watch.
Can I give you the breakdown here?
Hold on. Give me that breakdown. But real quick, I just want to say this. In 2010, Wes Anderson selected 12 of his favorite films from the Criterion Closet. I think that's supposed to say Criterion Collection, but whatever.
Oh, dude, we should
Titles
do this
3,
list.
5. Damn. All right, Wes Anderson's list.
Okay,
wait,
crazy. Name them off. I want to see if I've seen any of them.
Bro, you ain't seen none of these. These motherfuckers are like from the 50s and 60s.
Damn.
They're like half of these are French films, bro. Damn. Ooh, and Ostrich Balizard. I can't pronounce half of this shit.
Damn.
He's got one called Unholy Desires. That sounds like it might be. Is a 1964 Japanese drama.
That list. I want to see what influenced him.
Yeah. Go check out his list. Anyway, all right, bet. So,
okay.
Give me the actors' breakdowns.
So it cost $25 million.
Yep.
They made $54 million.
Yep.
So that's $29 million profit, right?
Yeah.
So somebody add these numbers up. Okay, and also take this with a grain of salt because this list is from a website called showbizgalore.com. and typically when numbers of any kind are posted, it's usually bullshit because I've looked myself up before and I'm like, I wish.
Fucking right. That'd be dope.
Dude. Okay, but according to this website, and let's add this up because we have 29 million to work with. Okay, Jason Schwartzman took home $3 million.
Okay.
ScarJo took home $5 million.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Tom Hanks took home $2.5 million.
Nice.
That's it.
No, Tom did it low because he's been in the game for so long.
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright took home $400,000.
Damn,
What, that's
Jeffrey.
it?
I mean, Jeffrey had a smaller part in the movie.
Tilda Swinton
100,000.
took home $500,000.
Okay.
Bryan Cranston took home $600,000.
Yeah, that's about accurate for him.
Edward Norton
Oh god, Edward Norton's got a huge ego.
Really?
took home $300,000.
Oh,
That's it?
Bro, he said he did it for the stage.
And Edward Norton is that kind of person. Like he would. I feel like he would do it for the love of the game.
Oh, 100%.
Adrian Brody, $350,000.
Okay. The pianist.
Liv Schreiber, $150,000.
That was the dad of the kid who kept betting.
Hope Davis, $110,000. And unfortunately, that's the end of the list. But we know there's many more characters in there, so maybe
Like
let's.
Steve Carell, what did he take?
Yeah, I do.
Here,
yeah.
give me
Steve
Spidey,
Carell's-
what's the estimate so far?
We're at 12,910,000.
So easily, yeah. Down the rest of the list?
So even if we add another $5 million on there for the rest of the cast, like Wes Anderson still took home like 10.
Yeah,
like you know,
fuck
like and cast and crew. We paid up at cast and crew.
Yeah.
I would think Wes still took home at least 5.
$5 million?
Yeah, $5 million?
$5 million, and that's not that much money.
That's a
$5 million is
fuck ton
fucking
of money,
crazy.
bro.
Are you
That's a
fucking serious?
retarded amount of money.
Not for like I'm talking about like, but those directors probably make more money.
We-
than
Yeah,
that.
but you're thinking of directors that are doing like the Marvel movies that are bringing
think
home
of this as an
billion.
indie film.
We
Like,
did
this is
what
damn
we
near, right?
This is an independent
We
film.
lived our dreams, we lived our passions, and I'm walking home with $5 million, dog. I'm golden, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting to work on the next movie.
I'm right. I'm walking on sunshine is playing in my head on repeat.
That $5 million is gonna carry me to the next movie because I'm gonna go to a log cabin and by a lake and write the next fucking
Right,
movie.
yeah, that's it.
Like
which he might have done.
I'm vacationing while I write my.
And
next
also
project.
keep in mind, this isn't his only $5 million. He's going to keep getting every
we're
time.
estimating. He probably took home more,
Also,
you
we
know?
just streamed the movie. He's getting paid off of that. There's plenty of other movies that he's made, so it's not like
Yeah. And this is just box office. We're not even talking about
okay,
like
okay.
we're not
DVD
even talking
sales,
DVD sales,
merch, all that other bullshit. Like there's other money
Royalties.
to be made, and I'm not. What I'm saying is that like, I guess if you're an act, sure, $500 million could be low because Robert Downey Jr. probably made $100 million on his last Iron Man performance or whatever. But like,
easily.
there's different levels to shit, right? And the fact that you just made a movie with people that you've made movies with before, so I'm gonna assume that some of them are friends,
Like,
and new actors, and you just get paid $5.
Like the uppermost echelon of actors, like the most collaborative, like the most high caliber collaboration you could have.
Edward Norton under
I was about to
six
say,
figures.
you're right. And he's done movies with Edward Norton before. To be like, I'm doing movies with Edward Norton and he's not trying to kill anybody. that's bragging rights on its own in the
That's
fucking, because
madness.
apparently Edward Norton is hard as fuck to work with,
Yeah.
and they've done it multiple times.
Yeah,
He had a really good chance to be our Hulk.
He did.
I like him as the Hulk.
yeah, but he's. Just,
I think Ruffalo killed it though.
Ruffalo did.
Edward Norton wasn't like MCU is. He would consider that beneath him.
Yes, Edward Norton wants to do films.
He's definitely
Yeah.
a stage actor. He's been in a lot of stage plays and stuff. He's a.
He did the Italian job. He ain't that kind of a stage actor.
Now he is.
But
Though.
I mean-
As he's come up,
He's
he's got.
pretty. Yeah, he's pretty like hoity-toity, I guess.
So
I mean,
question.
if you
But
look
then
at the
again, never met
cast
the guy,
of,
so I'll
Italian
cast my
Job as
judgment
well.
if I ever met him.
So question. Everybody's picking a movie.
Yes.
What did you guys pick?
Wes Anderson specifically?
Yeah, we're doing Wes Anderson month. So Spidey, what did you pick?
The one I picked was like the first one that he
Bottle
done.
Rocket.
Yeah. If not that, then I want to do Steve Aquatica because I never saw that movie.
Life Aquatica, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Life Aquatica with Steve Zissou because it's
Yes.
Bill Murray and I fucking love Bill.
All
Murray.
right, I've actually never seen that
I don't
movie.
think
I haven't
that
either.
is. Yeah.
It reminded me of C-Lab 2020
Oh my god.
or 2020. Well, I forget what it was.
Honestly,
but
it might be
See, that's
inspiration.
I think it is.
It
and
might
that's what
be
makes me wanna watch it.
inspiration from that.
So we got
Did
this.
he also do Lost in Translation?
No, but Bill Murray is in Lost in Translation. So this movie, just go to Wiki, you'll be able to find it. This movie is starring Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Kate Blanchett.
Oh, Wilson.
Owen Wilson does a lot of shit with him too. Angelica Hudson, Willem Dafoe, obviously, Jeff Goldblum, Michael Gambon, and Bud Cort. So I'm down with doing Life Aquatic. I haven't seen it. That one would be cool. Pat, what was your pick?
Mr. Fox.
The fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, I mean that's a must.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Or not Bill Murray.
No, Bill Murray's in a bitch too.
Somebody on the stream said we should watch Grand Budapest or something.
We can't. That's the one we can't do.
Why?
We might react to that one. That one gets pretty high reaction numbers, but it does though. It really. I mean, it's the. I'm gonna say that out of all of his movies I've seen, this one's up there as being my favorite. That one I think is kind of close to being perfect.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking.
For some reason, I can't click more. So,
I'll give you the list here in a second.
I got it.
But hold on. Fantastic Mr. Fox is starring George Clooney, Meryl Streep, Jason Schwartzman, Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe, and Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, let's go.
Okay, so I'm glad we picked Fantastic Mr. Fox. We can't do Moonrise Kingdom.
We can do Moonrise Kingdom. I said we can't do Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, I get those confused for some reason. Wait, hang on. No, let me read this. 2 12-year-olds.
All right, as Mickey's going through the list, if you're currently listening, we're trying to pick which movie we're going to watch for Wes Anderson's next pick. If you've noticed the casting, they star a lot of the same motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Royal Tenenbaums?
No, I watched that. I hated that movie.
You probably just didn't get it.
I didn't. It was not even funny at all. It was stupid.
Okay.
Nothing about it.
Maybe you watched it the wrong way. I don't know.
Dude, his synopses are just so crazy. Like, where does he think of this shit from?
It's from all of them crazy-ass movies he watched. Maybe if we watch all the movies Wes Anderson watches, we'll write movies like Wes Anderson.
Damn.
Maybe. You know?
Yeah?
We should have a Tyler Perry month.
Ooh, I forgot about this one. I would like to pick...
Yeah?
Damn, it's between Isle of Dogs or...
I'm down for a dog movie.
Or...
I don't think it's a dog movie.
It is.
Cool. The Darjeeling Limited. I'm going to pick Darjeeling Limited because I'm an Owen Wilson fan too.
Okay.
And it...
takes place in India, right?
A year after their father's funeral, 3 brothers travel across India by train in an attempt to bond with each other.
And those 3 brothers are...
Owen Wilson and...
Adrian Brody.
And Jason Schwartzman.
Have you heard of these people?
Jason Schwartzman's in every of his movies?
Yeah.
Bro.
You get locked in, bro. That's it. You do a Wes Anderson movie every few years.
To be handpicked by somebody like Wes Anderson to be like, I'm putting you in all my movies, like, you've made it. Like, you fucking
But what else has he been? Because I don't think he's that famous.
Yeah, yes.
He's famous enough to be... No, he's been in a lot of shit, dude.
First off.
Yeah. He was in he was in that fucking the meth movie that we watched.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that was
fucking
Crank.
Oh, Crank.
Spun.
A movie we will never watch again. Yeah, he's the main character.
That's what I remember him from.
Let's see. He's in I Heart Huckabees, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Darjeeling, Funny People, Walk Hard, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Obviously,
Isle of Dogs did sound pretty unique though because it's set in Japan. I don't know if it's like a.
It's like Fantastic Mr. Fox, just that kind of animation.
Well then, yeah, I'll pick Darjeeling.
Man's naked over there. Naked? He's also half of the other movies. He's literally in a Wes Anderson movie multiple times per decade. So like, he's in a lot of shit though.
I dig it.
All right, bet. Oh, French Dispatch. We never watched that one either. Anyway, here we are at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Are you guys having fun with this topic at least?
Wes Anderson's
a shit, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Bet I was concerned that maybe this one would be a little too weird.
I'm a cinephile.
We can't eat at Yummy Bowl. Marquetta can't eat there. You keep asking. I keep telling you. What do you keep forgetting?
Maybe. It's a maybe.
Hey, Serge, will you do me a favor since you're over here? Will you hit the goodbye button? It's the one that plays our song. It's at the top of the thing.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining everybody.
Bye. Yo, Felice.
Goodbye.
Boy, did you just trip on nothing?
The button? The one that plays the music. You see all the music buttons? The one in the top left-hand corner.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. There it goes. We'll see y'all at the next one. It's been the Talking Normies podcast. Peace. The next movie we're watching is The Life Aquatic.
Yeah.
The Life Aquatic. Go watch The Life Aquatic.
Is George Clooney in that one?
No. He's in Fantastic Mr. Fox.